silent expectations.
Yeah.
You know, if failure were not an option, would more of us succeed? And I realized after, you know, like critically analyzing my place in this school system, PUSD, in the world, and where I grew up, that my path of life could have been very, very different had I not had parents, a certain group of friends, and like my other family members and teachers specifically encouraging me.
Yeah, I follow.
And if I had lacked those elements to my life, would I have ended up in your honors English class, or what?
Oh, I'm Hendrik Van Leuven. I teach at Pasadena High School, and I primarily teach senior English. I teach 2 honors classes, and I teach a regular level English class as well.
What are the primary differences between the regular, aka reggae class that you call them, and the honors class?
Okay, basically put, the honors guys are all expected to be college bound. So coming into the semester, coming into the school year, there are certain, I guess you could say, unspoken expectations that they understand. They are either capable of being in an AP class, or in some cases they're coming up to the honors level because they want to be a part of that environment. But the academic and intellectual level of the students as a whole are fairly in the upper echelons, upper 10% of the class, if you will. So I'm able to conduct business a little bit differently with them. The honors guys, for the most part, have led more protective lives because there has been a more deeper involvement between them and their parents and their education. So they're very good at book learning and being exposed and understanding and incorporating those things that are more of an academic nature. They have the tools. They're intellectually already programmed, if you will, to be excelling.
I'm insincere like.
You were right. There was a stir of voices from requesting and obtaining shelter. The 2 Savanas who were used to lie in the forest quickly and quietly found shelter and stayed there till morning. At sunrise, they were astounded to see the large number of believers and curious people who had spent the night there. Monks in yellow robes wandered along all the paths the leaves had grown, here and there. The regular students are those that are requiring either to be more highly motivated, that they don't have. They lack a certain intrinsic, internal desire to learn. So as a result, we are needing to modify what we do and how we do it as far as getting them to understand material. The regular students have lived a little harder life by and large. They are more sophisticated in the ways in which life operates. So I adjust as well to that, so that I need to relate to the regular level students more basic, more fundamental, more earthy concepts and associations. So I'm able to talk to them more bluntly in many areas. And shut the hell up. And I'm not kidding you. Enough is enough. You guys act up like infantile human beings. Like right now, Brittany interacting inappropriately to my statements. Just jumping right in and going back to old behavior. Start being ready to be adults. Thank you. Now let me cover the information if you want to write stuff down. Taylor just did it again. Stop it.
I'm not doing anything.
I just saw this little thing. Cut it out. Okay. Brittany, why were you absent yesterday?
Mr. Van Leuven, can you tell Daxie? I was doing hair in the middle of the night, and then like a whole bunch of stuff happened, and I swear I could not get to school. I swear, I'm not lying to you. And I'm like making up classes, making up.
Why are you lying and making this up?
Taylor can even tell you. Taylor can even tell you.
In many cases, they're much more active in a lot of the other things that the honors students maybe dabble in, like drugs and sex and other areas of normal youth development, whereas the honors, the regular level guys have probably been exposed and involved in those kinds of things, and in a home life that in some cases is more unstable, more challenging in terms of relationships with their parents and with others.
Too often I find myself teetering the fine line.
Yes, yes.
Hopefully only a minute, but we'll see how long it is. It may be more than a minute, I don't know.
Shh.
The feds is coming.
Not to you, anything is not. You know what I mean? If you're not going to say that one more time.
Hey, that's the song
Feds is
too.
coming to get you.
Thank you.
You awesome.
Don't forget, guys. You are to bring your material to class every day. You already saw on the board that we're doing vocab 8 today, vocab 9 on Tuesday, and you're having your vocab test on Wednesday next.
When does all the vocab do? Next. I can't see on your side. I always get my money. I don't need it.
When have I ever collected the vocab?
I don't know, I thought you collected it last time.
No, remember, my interest.
When we started, you said you feel like there's a lack of intrinsic desire to learn. Like,
Yeah.
where do you think that lack comes from?
Well, it's sociological. It's part of the lifestyle that they've lived all their life long. So they don't really have that expectation at home and among their peers to rise to that level. They're comfortable. They get an area of comfort, and they are satisfied working there and being with that. So they are planning on not going to college. When I did my general survey at the beginning of the school year, only a handful had any expectations of wanting to go to college. They were just going to mark their time, if you will, through high school, get out, and then go on and do what they are going to do in life. Get married, take a job, etc. Okay, ready? John Martins, Candor.
You just saw Medusa.
You didn't do it. You knew you had to, didn't you? Okay. I will talk to some people. You got to do your job. Put this down. No slack. There is no slack in life, Jack. You're going to be either smart or you're not going to be prepared. You know that.
How do you know you didn't do that one?
You didn't do it. Okay. Okay, Kevin, how about you?
How about me?
I guess you could say that the right now, being in March, the graduation is a little bit over 3 months away. That for these, the realization that their high school life and therefore their public education life is about to be terminated, there is a greater sense of awareness that this is a major, if you will, cataclysmic change in their lives that is coming up. So they're going to now all of a sudden face the reality that not being in a regular school system comfort zone is over. The honors classes don't face that because that won't happen until they get out of college. And they're going to go to college and get their degrees. So they've got 4 more years or longer, if they go to grad school, to prepare for that inevitability. But for the most part, there is this energy level that's now happening among the reggaes because this is it. It's as I I use the concept that they are going to die in 2.5 months, and it takes them back a little bit because it's like you are going to your life as a high school senior, as a student in the public education system, is over. You will have died. Yeah. And you're going to. I used that when you were in school. So the concept is that this cycle of life is now over. It will be ending, and you'll have to start a new cycle of existence in some capacity. And it's hitting home now for them more significantly than it would for the honors guys. So there are those kinds of differences between the two of them.